Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft discussion here in my very cheerful office. I love my office so much. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and I'm really pumped to have a thought. It just came to me to have a talk. It came from a thought, obviously, about we can get so stuck in our minds, especially in the winter. I mean, personally, I love winter. That said, though, we're inside more, and that can be, for some people that can be really a challenge. And one way to get out of that, get out of our own heads, regardless of the season, is to just pay it forward. And I'm not trying to sound cheesy and cliche and, blah, 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 but it's just true. And, to really just throw some kindness. We're not talking about huge kindness, unless you want to do huge kindness. Kindness is good, no matter how we do it, right? But it does something for us. It really helps to shift us out of lots of negative internal dialogue. It helps get us away from our fear-based thinking, our anxiety thinking, very related, deprivation-based thinking especially, right? Because we're coming from a place of scarcity mindset and walking around kind of with our heads swimming in lack and all that, to bust through that and do something kind for somebody can make all the difference. And the other thing is with that is the universe or God's way, whatever you want to call it, higher power, also kind of set things up for us to be nice to each other and do good things for each other by making sure that there's a dopamine fix whenever we do nice things for people. So here's where I got the inspiration from, because I actually had students last semester in Minecraft for their one of their projects, the final project actually, because it's a pay it forward project, and you can choose either like an awareness one or an action one. So the awareness ones are shining light on something that most of us don't know about, and then they do that, and it's usually really interesting from all over the globe, and it's just really cool. Or an action one, and you can go do something volunteering, pro-social behavior. And so this team of students decided to make holiday cards for a nursing home that's close by. And they ended up, and what was cool is it ended up being like a domino effect, because they showed pictures on their PowerPoint of like their mothers helping, and then their brother tried to help them too. And without even asking, it was like a snowball effect. And they came up with, in a short amount of time, about, I think like 70, it took them to 2 nursing homes, so 70 of them. And then of course, the response was overwhelmingly positive. I just can't even imagine being stuck like that. I'm such a freedom person. I don't even want to let my head go there. And to know that people thought of you, even if you don't know the people who thought of you. And obviously some of them have memory issues and things like that. But the people who run the place said, wow, and triple wow, did this make a gigantic difference for the residents of these nursing homes, because they're colorful and happy. And obviously if they're stuck in one room most of the time, it's something different to put on the wall. And it was just tons of fantastic feedback. And so they inspired me. My students inspire me every day, literally, to do something similar with, I run a Defense Against the Dark Arts Club here at Champlain College, where I love to teach and do all my well-being stuff. And so my defense, we call them wizards, it's coming up on Valentine's Day, and or actually it was for Valentine's Day. I think this is being released a little after Valentine's Day. But anyway, for Valentine's Day. And so they created, and the artwork, and defense tends to attract, well, Champlain in general actually attracts the creatives. It really attracts a lot of just, these students dance to their own beat, and I absolutely love them. And so they sat there and I had candy and stuff, Halloween, geez. So that's my favorite holiday. Also love V-Day though, because it's all about the love and the chocolate. And they sat there, made all these Valentines while having their Valentine candy. And I'm going to show you a couple of them. Well, one, like they're just, and there's not much to them. And some of them put inspirational stuff in the inside, and just they used markers and stickers and just had a ball. And I'm getting ready to take these today after my last class to a nursing home that's way out there, kind of by where I live. And there's not a lot of resources out there. So I'm just really excited to do this. And let me tell you how good it feels. And I didn't even make them. My students made them. And it's just so fun. And I explained to them that they're going to a nursing home. I mean, no matter what nursing home, it would all be, I'm sure very much appreciated, and just be happy to be able to give something to the residents. But this nursing home is like way out there, so I doubt they have as many resources. But the whole point is, it doesn't really take much to climb out of your head. And sometimes I do pay it forwards. Like I'm not a huge fast food person, though occasionally, two or three times a year, I'd say, I go through the, like, let's say the Burger King, and I'm not saying I'm above fast food, because I actually really like the King. Just it's like a splurge. It's not so good for you. You know what I mean? But anyway, if I go through there, and sometimes just paying for the person behind me, it's like $8. Unless, of course, you got a minivan full of kids behind you, then you might want to maybe look in the rearview mirror and wait for the next person. I don't know. And also the other one that's also really, really fun that I've done with my kids for years is rolling through the toll booth from New Hampshire to Massachusetts, or the other way around. It doesn't work for every toll, like in New York, because they're all different prices, but it works for that one because it's just $1. And so it's so much fun to go through the toll booth and pay for the person behind you. Even if there's not a car directly behind you, just give it to the person, and eventually a car will be behind you. And it's so much fun, and you just do it because it feels good, and it's just great. But then sometimes, I would say probably about half the time, maybe just a little more than half, the people try to catch up to you before you get off the exit. And they're usually waving and honking and all kinds of things like that, which again isn't the point, but it's just fun. And just doing good things and being kind, even in the smallest of ways, just gets it. Obviously good for the people you're being kind to, but it's good for us. It gets you out of this mental trap. I mean, I love the mind. I'm a big fan, as you know. And sometimes when we're in that hamster wheel of negative thinking, it can feel like mental jail. And this is the easiest breakout key in the world, is to just go be kind to somebody. It doesn't take much. Okay, that's it. So Valentine's Day, the day of love, I would say never fear, the love doctor is here. So get out of your head, do something kind and loving. And that's it. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from my adorable office, very cheerful, positive office at Champlain College in Northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.